Welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast, your go-to source for everything on the Las Vegas Raiders. Whether you're a diehard motherfucker like me, or just getting to know Raider Nation, our passionate hosts are here to bring you all the excitement on Raiders football. I'm Shit Show Joe, and welcome to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. Let's go, Raiders! If not, fuck your team.
What's good, my gente, my people? It's your boy, Raider Will, with the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. And guys, I'm just giving you guys a press conference review of John Spytek and Pete Carroll, man. Coming in, what a great press conference. Guys, John Spytek came in, he brought his family in. He also said, hey, I want me and my family to become pillars in this community, to get out there and to become involved with Raider Nation. Guys, when you get that type of leadership from your GM saying that they want to be involved with the community, they want to grow within, it really shows that he's in here for the long haul, in my opinion. And you know what? He wants what's best for Raider Nation. When you looked at what he talked about drafting, as in the players that he was looking to bring in, he talked about a lot of key aspects. So one key aspect that I took is that they want football players that are hungry to be football players. They can look at speed, they can look at power, they can look at all those things, but the measurable that they're looking at is saying, hey, are these guys hungry? Do these guys want to play football? Do these guys want to make their teammates better? Which is absolutely fantastic when you look at the Raiders roster. We need guys like that. We need guys that push each other. We need guys that want to be better and that want to get better every single day. He also made a key point here, guys. He said there's a lot of guys on our roster that do encompass these things. So we are looking at keeping those players and extending them and paying those, which is fantastic when you're talking about free agents like Spillane, like Malcolm Coons, and a priority of players that we have. Then he also talked about the draft. Talked about drafting the best player available. Talked about, hey, also, we will move up and down in the draft in order to get our guy. So, when you talk about talent, when you talk about a guy that comes out there and shows that, he can do all these things, the one key thing that they said that they're looking for when they draft a player, again, is if the player's hungry, if the player wants to get better, if he's in here and he fits what Pete Carroll and himself envision in a football player. Now, Pete Carroll comes in and was a burst of energy, baby. He came in and showed everybody that, hey, he can still do his thing. He captivated the room. He brought a little bit of laughter. He brought a little bit of his own character into this, which was absolutely fantastic for Raider Nation to see. Guys, Pete Carroll talked about key things. He talked about building a program. He said, it's go time. He let Max Crosby, who was in attendance, say, hey, man, tell the guys that it's time to go now. Understand that it's going to be a process. He says, hey, it takes about 2 to 3 years to really change the culture. He talked about changing the culture at USC, how it took time to change that culture and to make them into a winner. He talked about his time in Seattle, about how it took time and how he built those into a winner. The key factors here were that he built those 2 programs into winners, and he knows what it takes. And he's saying, hey, we have pieces here that will allow us to do that. When he talked about his coaching staff, he talked a little bit about himself. He talked about being teachers, showing these guys how to win, how to be professionals, how to push, how to keep getting better every single day. That's all in part about building a program. I think he emphasized that 4 or 5 times, that he is building a program, guys. This is something totally different than a lot of other coaches. This is what the Raiders needed, is a foundation for building culture. Culture is built through a program, and Pete Carroll is here to build that winning culture, which is great because, again, he keeps talking about a program. He talked about how he's going to come in with that enthusiasm that, hey, for him, it's all about playing ball. It's all about playing catch. So he'll be out there with that energy, and he's going to have these players competing on a daily basis. Not only that, with the coaching staff, he plans on bringing guys that can maximize every single player's talent. He said, I need to get to know the guys so I can bring out what's best in them. Guys, this is going to let us know that this is going to be a team that is built around their players. The game plan will be built around what they do best, and players will be put in a position to excel. These are key factors when you look at coaching. Bringing in guys, putting them in position, getting to know them, seeing how they turn, getting the most out of them. Pete Carroll hit a lot of those nails on the head. He also talked about, building around the quarterback position. With the Raiders, we already know we're in the sixth pick. We might not be able to get that quarterback at the top. So we have to build a team around the quarterback position in order to facilitate the game for the quarterback. We understand that it is a quarterback-driven league, they say. They are going to look for their guy. But while that is happening, they will draft the best player available to help the team at that moment. They will run the football. They will do stuff with their scheme in order to facilitate the game for whoever's playing QB and maximize their talent. They talked about how Tom Brady was not the most athletic guy when he came out, but how the team was strong in certain positions in order to facilitate the game for him. Guys, that right there tells you that no matter whether a rookie QB comes in, a veteran QB, or anything that comes in, they're going to build around them. Again, with the coaching staff, he's looking to bring guys that have coached with him before, that have developed players, that have that experience. He's also looking to bring in a little bit of spice. He says he wants to bring in new guys that he's never coached with before, so he can learn from them, but that they fit the same philosophy, that they are, in my book, what I'm looking from Pete Carroll is that he gets the best out of his players. He loves on his players. If you guys have read his books, he does a fantastic job of connecting with these players, even though they are half his age. So he's going to connect with these guys. He's going to get what's best out of them, and he's going to look for a coaching staff that has that. And I think the culture of having positivity in the locker room, of, hey, it's like AP guys, but it's a different taste. Because again, it's a guy that is experienced. It's a guy that's going to come in here. He's going to get the most quality out of his players. He's been down this road. He's already talking about how they've already been talking about their coaching staff, about how their relationship is going to work with the GM. This is a 50-50 relationship. Hey, we are both going to make the decisions on these teams. We're both going to make the decisions on the players we draft. Guys, this is a team-first mentality. This is a thing where they say, hey, we can really work together and become one team, one family. All right, guys, well, and you know what? Again, the qualities, right, of a player that they're looking for. They got to be hungry. They got to be a Raider. They got to want to be there. So, guys, what I want you guys to do is please hit a like, subscribe, and share. I'm obviously not the best at doing this. Hey, I'm out here giving it the old college try. But, guys, let us know what you guys think of this hire. of the press conference of what Pete Carroll and John Spytek are bringing to the table here. Guys, we do a weekly podcast. Make sure that you guys stay tuned. Much love and respect. Salute. And it's all about one team. It's all about one family. It's all about the Raiders.